Today, we're hoping to get another W without any crazy things happening. If you didn't see our last video, we had to completely rearrange the city because the way that the parts looked just was a little off-putting to me and Michelle. So we said, you know what, let's just go ahead and rearrange the entire area. The thumbnail's right here. Links will always be in the description below if you want to check that video out. But what are we talking about here? Well, this room right here is going to be the Lego studio. Well, we'll be filming all of the hauls and reviews and all of that good content that we haven't had a chance to really do because, well, we've been moving and it's been very crazy lately. So our plans, well, I don't know if we've gone over fully the plans, so let's talk about that. Now, all of this IKEA furniture right here that you see, including some of the stuff over here, was in the original studio, but it was extremely packed in there because we had our UV printer, our 3D printers, all of that good stuff. But in this room, it's just going to be solely for display and filming our videos that we need to film. So our idea is to create a nice background here of sets that will be in the background of our videos, just a really cool display. And then if we kind of swing around here slowly and not trying to give you guys any kind of whiplash or anything, we were going to be displaying sets all along this wall. Now we're trying to just use the furniture that we currently have for at least the setup of the background in the wall and some of the displays. After that, we can kind of sit down and think how we want the rest of this room to turn out. And then obviously, more than likely, buy some more IKEA stuff. I'm telling you, Lego people are keeping IKEA in business. Honestly, they are. So, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and move some furniture around, try some different layouts and see what we can come up with. And also, we need to deal with the rest of the stuff that has just been kind of piled in this room. Some of it is going to be used in the setup, so it's just literally taking the stuff out of the boxes and then putting it to use. Okay, let's go. Now the plans did indeed have to change. We originally thought that we could use this wall here for the backgrounds of our videos, all these cool sets on display. Now the wall does this curve out, and the reason why it does this curve out is because the stairs are on the opposite side of this wall. And then it kind of flattens out here, takes a step down, and then flattens out. It wasn't enough space to be able to put a lot of the IKEA furniture that we had, and we wanted to do a different display than what we originally had. So we thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and display stuff on this side, and we thought this would be perfect to set this up right here as like our Lord of the Rings kind of display. So just imagine Minas Tirith, Rivendell, the Shire, I'm probably not saying that correctly, and then Barad-dûr right here. I think that would be really cool. And then having the rest of these cubes ready for any of the other sets that will be coming out. And hopefully we're going to be getting a ton. I know we're going to be getting the elephant. And hopefully it's going to fit in one of these cubes. I don't know if it is, but it is what it is, because then we also have our displays to the side. Now, that being said, we're going to display whatever it is that we want in these two columns here. And I think that kind of looks cool that they're facing the camera. I know this one is not facing correctly. I need to turn it a little bit, but we just put it there to put it there so that we have an idea of what that's going to look like. Now, if we flip to the other side, this is what we're thinking of having the display in the background of our videos. So this is kind of the thought process that we thought. Before, we had one column here and one column here, and it was so high up at the top that if you put any sets, you really couldn't enjoy them. This way, we can do UCS stuff across here, UCS stuff across here, and here on the other side. And then we have all of these cubes to display some of the cool sets that we have acquired. And really not pretty much a theme, but we do want to have themes in here. Star Wars, Creator, just all of that cool stuff that we have collected over the years. So we thought that that would work perfectly. Now, if you swing over to this side, there is room over here for like another Calyx shelf or whatever shelf that we decide to put. So obviously we can put something in that corner and display some more there. But this is what you're going to be seeing in the background. We're also going to be printing, we're going to be changing the logo, not the name or any of that, but just the logo to M&J Bricks. And we're going to be using our UV printer to print out something really cool. And it'll be over this area, probably here, which I think will be very cool. Either here, or maybe we'll print something smaller and put it like right here in the center. So, you know, I'll be here or Michelle will be here, or whatever will be here in these two slots. Now, unfortunately, over the time frame of moving, we had some mishaps. This poor guy lost a wing and several parts fell off. We're going to have to put him back together. Also, this happened. I don't know if you can see back here, but the AT-AT or AT-AT. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys call it the AT-AT or do you call it the AT-AT? I call it the AT-AT. It is what it is. But multiple pieces fell off of this bad boy. So I'm going to have to rebuild them. It's not as bad as it could have been. But yeah, some pieces did fall off. So we need to rebuild him. So the next step in this process is going to be adding sets that we already have, which, by the way, we have them on display in my office just to get them out of the boxes, out of the bags, and rebuild them over time. So we need to get those and start putting them here on display. Let's go ahead and start doing that. We're going to figure out how we want to display these things, and then we're going to have to open up some of the boxes where we have our backlog and start building sets. I want to put some new stuff in here. I don't want to just reuse all of the stuff we were using before. So we need to crack those boxes open, find those amazing sets, and get to building. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. But before we add any sets to the display, we have to make sure that everything is clean. You want to start off with a clean area first. And then obviously it's going to dirty over time. But we did say, at least Michelle and I said to ourselves, that we're going to try to dust this bad boy at least once a week. Do we do it? I don't know. We will see in time. And what we're using to clean is we bought this air duster off of Amazon for like 25 bucks. It's actually pretty powerful. So it's going to work great for blowing some of the dust and getting it out of the nooks and crannies. And then this right here is the system of, what is it? Clean my bricks. I was going to say vacuum my bricks, but it's the clean my bricks. And it actually does a really good job, honestly. And then on top of that, we just have a towel, like a couple of towels, just with a little bit of moistness. We don't use any kind of chemicals on the IKEA stuff. You probably can, but we just choose not to. So anyways, just really quick, clean all this stuff up. Then we can start putting in some sets. Now, the first set that we're going to be putting on the display is going to be Darth Vader. Love the upscale Darth Vader, and was really happy when we ended up picking it up. So let's just go ahead and get it on the shelf. Yes, movie magic. That's so cheesy. Anyways, Darth Vader, such a great build. I really wish they would have printed all of these pieces. You know, it is what it is. Maybe I'll buy more of these parts and then print them with a 3D printer and then show you what the difference is between like the stickers and the actual 3D printer. That might be kind of cool. It's like fixing Lego sets. Anyways, yes, Darth Vader, the very first set that is now going to be on display. Yes. One of the best sets of 2025, in my humble opinion, is the minifig vending machine. Now, whether it's the fantastically designed minifigs and the assortment of them, or the amazing build, which was the vending machine itself, the technical inner workings of getting the ball from here all the way down to here, which has the minifig inside of it, was just wonderfully done. And that little coin that the Fabuland minifig is holding, yeah, just an absolute joy of a set. Upscaled minifigs? Yeah, buddy. Also, I wanted to basically address this. If you see a box in a cube or somewhere on top of here, it means it hasn't been built yet, obviously. And we're going to be building it, and it will be taking up that spot where it's currently at. So just for clarification, if you see some boxes chilling out around here. We thought this would be a perfect combination. So we have the arcade machine here, and then we have the Game Boy on this side. Obviously, it still needs to be built. But we actually thought about purchasing a couple of these arcade machines and then UV printing different screens and different headers, meaning like what game is being played on that machine. I don't know, that might be pretty cool, so watch out for that. Dark Millennium Falcon, goated in my opinion. One reasons, the minifigs that were included in the set, just look at Darth Jar Jar. Fantastic. And the overall build of the Dark Millennium Falcon was just so impressive. It's such a cool set. Now, I know that that piece right there is not the right color, but it's the right color for right now. Now, we did have a mishap during the move, our UCS TIE Interceptor. Well, it ended up breaking off a wing. Now, the only bad thing is we are missing some parts. And it is the connection parts that attach that bottom wing, and it's not something that you normally have on hand. So either we're gonna have to order some from Lego, or we find them somewhere in all of this mess, and maybe we just kind of push them to the side. I really hope that's what happened. Now, I think this came together really well. I'm very excited about how this display looks. This will be what will be in the background whenever we film our videos. Now, it is a collection and an assortment of a lot of different themes here. We have the upscaled minifigs, we have UCS Star Wars sets, we have some retired sets, we have some semi-new sets, and then also some really brand new sets, and hence they are still in boxes. Now, if you did not hear the piece of what's happening with these boxes, or what's happening with these sets that are still in box. We just haven't built them yet, but we will be building them. So they're just like placeholders as of right now. So starting over here, we have our AT-AT or AT-AT, I don't know, however you like to say it. But we do need to do some rebuilding, and that will end up happening. Again, UCS sets across the top. We're going to be building our spaceman and putting him right here in that cube with the rest of the upscaled minifigs. X-Wing, I mean, we have just an assortment of different builds here. Down at the bottom, we felt like putting all of the cars, whether that's going to be Technic or brick built, would be really cool to have them down there. You can still see them, and then they're just quite accessible for you to just pull out and take a look at them. Now, there is some spaces that are available, like down here, when we look at Optimus Prime. So the reason why there's a space available next to Optimus Prime, I am hoping for a Megatron full build. Now, they haven't announced it yet. Maybe it'll come this year, maybe it'll come next year, but that space is gonna stay available for Megatron right next to Optimus Prime. That would be very cool. Now, right next to that is Bumblebee and Soundwave. And, you know, everybody likes to display them as they're built. I am going to display them as their form of being transformed, like the real world item that they are in the series. And the reason to that is, I remember as a kid, sorry, I've been going up and down the stairs. As a kid, I remember walking home from school. I was super into Transformers, and everything that I looked at, whether it was going to be cars, vending machines, mailboxes, it didn't matter. I always wondered, is that a Transformer? I would always be looking for the Autobot symbol or the Decepticon symbol. So, you know, it's just a shout out to my childhood. So anyways, like I said before, we got Technic along the bottom. We have the GT build, which we still need to make that one. Then we have the Porsche 911 brick built. We have our GT40 down there. The rally car build. Such great Technic sets they were even putting out back then. And we have this bad boy, the Camaro. Okay, let me pull the box out. I'm just so excited. I'm super happy right now. Sorry, guys, if it's just like annoying or overwhelming. Anyways, so we purchased this set at Whatnot. The vendor was trying to sell this set and couldn't sell it because the box was so beat up. But the Whatnot seller had a really good review, had really good reviews made sure that every single bag was there, the instruction manual, the whole 9 yards, and he just couldn't sell it. So Michelle and I said, you know what, let's roll the dice and let's see. Now, we did open it. We did verify that all the bags are there. So it's a full-on set. We got this for 65% off because he could not sell it because the box was so damaged. I mean, if the box is like this, but the set is totally fine, like, it's like a duh. You know what I'm saying? It is a duh. So yeah, I don't even know what this sticker says, 2. Oh, it's probably sold number 2 or whatever, like the whatnot thing. But yes, had to get that. 65% off. I'll take that every day. I don't keep much boxes. I don't keep much boxes. I don't keep many boxes. Some boxes we do end up keeping. Okay. Very cool theme here. Now the next thing. I need to set up the table, the camera, the lights, everything that goes with this. Now, I know this is a lot of back-end things, but I feel as if we show you what we go through and what we do to set up our videos, for those people out there that are maybe potentially thinking about setting up a YouTube channel and also doing YouTube or doing Lego and YouTube, this is kind of a cool way of helping other people out to just get ideas, right? We don't want this space in Lego / YouTube to be gatekept. Everybody should have the ability of making a YouTube channel if they so deem so to want to do, and to show off their collections and be a part of the community. So that's why we add these little pieces like putting the table and lights and all that other stuff. I don't know, just to kind of promote others maybe, if you want to start a channel, to think about doing that. So anyways, let me go downstairs, bring the table up here. Then I can set up the tripod, the lights, and all that other stuff. You can kind of see what we do. Table's going to be right here in the center. And then there's a couple of other things that we need to do left in this video. So anyways, let's go get that table. And the table is now set up. Now there is a few things that we are missing. They're in boxes and other places. And this is pretty much done. I still need to put that stuff on here, but it's not like something super critical. So this was the table that we were using before. When it comes to what we're going to be sitting on, just whatever affordable chairs that we can find from Walmart, Target, whatever the case is, you know, we'll be in here maybe 4 hours at the most if we're filming a specific video or whatever. So it doesn't need to be anything elaborate or anything like that. Now, obviously, the camera is going to be facing this direction. So this right here is going to be the display in the back, and I'll show you what that's going to kind of look like. We have light number 1. Sorry if it's blinding you. And then light number 2. Now, one of the problems that we had in the other studio, because everything was so cramped, that we had to put the lights in a way where the box itself would have glare, and we hated it, but there was no way around it. There was nothing we can do about it. If you want to solve that problem, and you do have external lights, you want to highlight the subject from an angle not straight on from the camera. What this does is it keeps the glare from hitting off of the box, and it does still highlight everything properly and the way that you need it. So that is the kind of a pro tip that you can take from this video, and I'll show you this right now. So here's the camera that we normally film with, and off of that screen, I hope you can see that. There is no glare of the lights or anything like that. So yeah, you won't ever have to have those issues. Again, if you are lighting from the sides of the subject, not directly at the subject, that's get rid of that problem. Now here's another thing. You do not need anything like this or these lights or any of this stuff to film. We, in a previous life, Michelle and I, needed audio and video equipment for things that we were doing, and we just held on to them. We weren't going to throw them away because, I mean, it's money that we had spent. So that being said, when we decided to open up the YouTube channel for Lego, we said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and reuse all of the audio and video equipment that we have and go ahead and utilize it, you know, get our money's worth out of it. You don't need any of that. Currently right now I'm filming on my on my cell phone. So you don't need any of that stuff, but we're just going to utilize it because again, I mean, it's just, it's just laying around collecting dust. Why not go ahead and use it? So this side over here is going to need a lot of building because we need to get some sets built. We need to fill this. We need to fill that over there. The actual shelves are in another room, so we can do all that stuff and then start filling this up as well. I think this is going to be the Lord of the Rings kind of area. So it'll stay that way, and that's the reason why Rivendell is just chilling right there. So anyways, that being said, and we did clear up the room. So this room is good to go. This is a W in this video, and this is the reason why I wanted to do it, because we have something actually special coming up. But yes, this is the filming part, which is awesome. Now, what are we talking about? Special thing coming up. Now, what is that special thing that we are talking about? On Saturday, we're going to be traveling somewhere, and the video that we're going to be filming that day is going to be solely Lego inspired. It is going to be Lego from, well, not from the start, but it is going to be primarily all about Lego. And it's a cool thing that we do every single year here in Texas. So cannot wait to film that video. Hopefully we don't get back too late on Saturday, that I can go ahead and edit it, get it up and running, and hopefully drop it on Sunday for y'all so you can see that special event. It's going to be really cool. Believe me, you do want to wait for that video because there's just going to be a lot of Lego stuff in there. Also a kind of a little bit of a special little extra thing in there in that video as well. So anyways, that being said, that's going to be the end. We got our display up and running. That was one of the reasons why we wanted to get this display up and running, because of the video that we're going to need to film this weekend. So that's very cool. But yeah, accomplished it. Room is clean. It's cleared. It's ready to roll, and it's ready to be filled with Lego to display. I don't know. We may get some other IKEA stuff to fill up this room also with more display space. We're just not going to jump on that yet. We're going to be very strategic about things. So number one, we don't blow a bunch of money. You don't want to do that. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, do us a favor and go down there and hit it with a like. If you want to see more content like this centered around Lego and all of that good stuff, do us a favor and subscribe to the channel if we have earned it. Let me know in the comment section below, what did you think about the choices that we picked? Now, again, that doesn't mean that this is going to stay static. We will be switching sets out back and forth throughout the months to come of different sets that we collect and build. We'll be switching them out here as well. So it's not going to be like a static background. So there will be other sets. But what do you think about the sets that we decided to go with? Let us know in that comment section below. As always, while you're out there hunting for Lego, looking for that perfect set for you, be safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!